I'm Hana Kolk. I'm here as part of the machine project at Colgate this semester, and I've been working with a group of 7 students on a piece called Between Us.
The students who worked with her had a whole semester's worth of workshops and really intense weekends of thinking about what their identities were on this campus, how they could articulate the concerns that they have as members of this community and some of the tensions that have surfaced recently. That experience with her and working through devising a performance that got at these tensions that our students are feeling it was a way of working through some personal and communal dynamics that wouldn't have happened in any other way, I think.
I was looking for people that had some experience or express interest in performance. And then I was really just looking for just like a thoughtful curiosity about what making performance and art, how that can serve social justice conversations. So we had started with them in late September and had 3 intensive weekends with them. The first weekend I was here with Angelica Clark, who's a Capital Region, Albany, Troy area activist. We did a lot of work around conscious communication and discussions around power and privilege. And then we wove in movement exercises coming from my background that would help the students embody those ideas and the formation of this temporary collective that they were becoming. And then the next weekend, I gave them a bunch of performance exercises, techniques and skills that continued on that vein of like developing greater intimacy with yourself and with others and cooperation and kind of examining habits of power and cooperation. Then the third weekend we generated the performance drawn out of material that had arisen in the first 2 weekends. So throughout the first 2 weekends we were self-documenting through video and writing and audio. Me asking them like right from the get-go, like, okay, what that we've done this morning could go in a performance.
It has very much been in improvisation kind of workspace. We got to play around and do exercises that I've never really done before. A lot of it was about creating this community between the 7 students and Hana. Each week I wanted to come back because I knew that there was a safe space for me to come and create and mess around with purpose.
I actually wasn't until last night watching the dress rehearsal that I really understood the progression, and I was like, hey guys, I think I know what the piece is about, because it's very abstract. I think there's a lot possible in our bodies, and whether that's through meditation or dance or touch or just like looking someone in the eye, which we so rarely do unless we are talking, that there's this whole range of ways we can be physically that we tend not to be. And I see a direct link to abuses of power and injustice having something to do with being disconnected from our bodies. And I see the change that happens in bodies when I like bring them into a room and I'm like, let's hold hands, let's look at each other, let's like close our eyes and go inside. It's like immediately we can have a different kind of conversation.
It was a great example of how art can have some real sort of agency in helping to mediate and articulate these kinds of very high intensity issues in ways that make them accessible and outside of language, and allows us to see things in ways that we can't simply through trying to rationalize them.